So let's bring in CNBC contributor, now big technology founder, Alex Kantrowitz. AK, good to see you. Hope you had a good holiday. It's good to have you back. Is it overstating it to say that ChatGPT not only changed the world in some respects, but it certainly seems to have changed the way that we were interested in buying certain stocks in this market?
Well, I think the remarkable thing is that the ChatGPT that we have today is nowhere near what the companies are aiming for. Now, if progress stopped right now, we would have an extremely powerful technology product, one that will potentially reshape industries. I was speaking with somebody in law recently who said that the GPT models underlying their search now has transformed the way that they do discovery, the way that they comb through documents. And you think about it, that's being applied in every field, whether that's legal, medical, even industrial. And we're just at the beginning. So I don't think it's an understatement to say that today's models have transformed. But to me, what really is interesting is what happens next, whether these companies are able to accomplish their ambitions.
How big of a question is it as to whether OpenAI can maintain its leadership position?
It's a very big question. I think they do a great job on product. To me, ChatGPT is the best chatbot out there by a long shot. Now, Gemini is doing well, but I still think ChatGPT holds a lead there. The question is, OpenAI internally is even saying that Google has surpassed it in some areas. So do you end up getting a situation where the ChatGPTs, the Geminis, and every other chatbot out there feel very similar and they might be specialized? And for OpenAI, the entire reason why people are investing all this money in it is because they believed it would have a lead forever, and that right now is up in question.
Who has the best chance of challenging them? Is it Alphabet? We didn't even talk about Anthropic. There are others who are sitting back and saying, we're not ceding any ground. Irrespective of how the landscape looks today, that's not how it might look tomorrow.
So it's a complex question because the ground could be seeded in a number of areas. And what you might see is companies picking off little parts of what OpenAI has done well. Can Anthropic go in and get the enterprise use? And can Anthropic go in and get coding? Can Gemini go in and get some of the creativity, right? This nano banana image generator that they have is generating excitement the way that only OpenAI products have. Can the Chinese open source models be something that enterprises use? And if you start to see the giant get nicked apart by all these different companies, that's when you start to see some real transformation in who's leading this race.
Well, would you be worried about that, just given the interconnectivity, if you want to call it that, of the web of companies that are so reliant in a way on OpenAI because of the kind of deals that have already been signed by many?
Absolutely. These companies need OpenAI to maintain the lead. They're not investing, they're not basically helping OpenAI invest $1.4 trillion in build out.
Right. Do you have any doubts that they'll be able to meet those commitments?
I do.
You do?
mean, these are projections. These are like OpenAI's ideas for what the revenue is going to look like. It's looking like 13, maybe 20 billion this year. To go from that to being able to fund 1.4 trillion is quite a leap. So you're putting a lot of faith in OpenAI's ability to deliver, to build a new category if they're going to be able to make those commitments.
Well, Sam Altman would say, all right, Kantrowitz, go short us. Go see what happens. Go see what happens if you do that. Of course, you can't in the public market because they're private, which says, when will they go public?
Well, that's a great question. I think they'll go public when they run out of the ability to raise lots of money. Right, this entire build-out is predicated on them losing money and then raising money to fund those losses. In 2028, according to reports, they're expected to lose $74 billion. $74 billion. So they're not making profit to be able to fund these build-outs. If they can continue to raise, and there are plenty of sources that will give them money, they're great fundraisers. Sam Altman is a great fundraiser. Then they don't need to go public. They probably shouldn't go public. But once that faucet turns off, get ready to see them ringing the bell here.
All right.